Hello and welcome to another MoneyMax Monday video. We finished last week's video about keeping our budget on track by mentioning piggy banking. So today we're going to explore what this is, as well as why it is a really clever way to keep track of our money. So remember when you were a kid and you'd get pocket money and you'd put it in a piggy bank to keep it safe, and then once the piggy bank got full you would spend it on sweets or Power Rangers toys? Well, piggy banking is a slightly more complicated version of that for people who have slightly broader range of expenses. Now, a recent study found that many British people have less than £100 in savings. This could be for many reasons. It could be because British people who have excess income are using that to pay off debts, or it could be because savings simply isn't a priority for people, or else because people simply don't have the excess income to be putting aside into a savings account. But whatever the reason, having some cash tucked aside can be a lifesaver if we face financial catastrophe, or else just having that money put aside in a savings account can reduce the stress of trying to find money from our monthly budget in order to pay for a specific item or reason. One of the aims behind MoneyMax is to enable people to have more money to spend on the things that they love and value, as well as having less stress when it comes to money. Piggy banking is a way of achieving those aims. But if we are saving all of our money into one location, either a physical location or a bank account, can have its problems. It can be difficult to keep track of exactly how much we have saved for each individual item or reason or future event. What we don't want to do is leave ourselves short by spending all of our money on a birthday this month, only to find out that we need to find a lot of money for the car services next month. Piggy banking can help solve this problem. When we use piggy banking, we can siphon off a certain amount of cash each month using our budget to determine how much we want to save over a year, and we siphon those off into individual places, either physical locations or bank accounts. So let's say that we want to save for a holiday or a birthday, or just for something less glamorous like the roof needs repairing or the car insurance needs renewing. What we do is we use our budget to figure out how much we want to save for that particular thing, and then we save it into specific discrete locations rather than saving into one big pot. What this does is give us a very clear understanding of how much we already have saved for that particular thing, as well as therefore how much we need to continue to save in order to reach our saving target. Some people might well choose to keep track of their savings using a detailed list of exactly how much we have saved and how much we need to save, and using a spreadsheet or some other formula in order to keep track of all that. And this is all true, but piggy banking just simplifies the process. It cuts out the middleman and shows us exactly how much we have saved for this or that item or reason. What we need is an example. So let's say you're in the fortunate position to be able to save £250 a month. Over a year, you'd save £3,000. But exactly how far does that £3,000 have to stretch? So in this example, let's say that you want to save for a holiday, your partner's birthday, a child's birthday, your home insurance, a pair of new boots, a new bike, some long-term savings, and a deposit for a house. If we were to put all of that £250 into one location, either a physical location or a bank account, we wouldn't know exactly how our savings were progressing. But if we were to separate this out into different pots, it's a lot easier to keep track. So what we've done here is to divide that £250 between 8 different items or reasons. Every time we get paid, each of the piggies is fed, and then we can see our savings grow over time. Next time we get paid, we can do the same amount. Now, while it can be quite satisfying to have a literal pot full of literal money, we do have to ask ourselves if this is a clever idea. Over the course of a few months, we could accumulate hundreds, if not thousands of pounds worth of savings, and having that amount of cash lying around the house might not be the best thing to do. Fire, theft, or accidental destruction could leave you in a very vulnerable position financially. Many insurance companies won't cover more than £1,000 of cash in the house, So we might want to consider moving our piggy banking idea onto an e-banking service. So what we can do is to set up e-piggy banks, which are savings accounts for each particular reason we're saving for. These do not require us to have a debit card or checkbook for each individual account because they tend to be done online. Many banks and building societies will allow you to set up e-savings accounts, which are managed through the online banking app or website. Some banks will set a limit as to how many of the same account you can hold, but up to 10 of each type of account is not unheard of. E-savings accounts often offer very low percentages of interest, but that's fine because that's not really the point. The point is to separate out our savings so that we know exactly how much we have saved for your spouse's birthday or for a new pair of boots. The advantage of e-piggy banking is that we can immediately see how much we've saved for that particular item or event. We don't need to go and count the money like we would do in this scenario. Also, what we can do is set up a standing order between your main account and the e-savings accounts so that every time you get money in, the money automatically gets fed into one of the little piggy bank accounts and therefore it grows automatically. Finally, it's easy to adjust how much we're saving when we're doing e-piggy banking. Either we need to save more in order to reach our target in time, or else when we've reached that target to reallocate those funds elsewhere. Making changes to the e-piggy banks is easy as you just edit the amount that you're sending in the standing order, and this is just one way that we can use to keep control of our finances and take a little bit of stress out of our lives. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Next Monday will be our last Monday before Christmas, and so we're going to be thinking about the difference between cost and worth. As always, please leave any questions, comments or video requests in the comment section below. Have a very good week and I'll see you next Monday.